Hey y'all, my name's Ed Pedersen, and I'm here to try to save you some money. Starting back in 1977, I think it was, when I first heard David Lindley on Running on Empty, there was a sound. I had to have it. And then at some point, of course, I heard Lowell George. I had to have it. I had to do it. And that sent me on this quest. Now, I never intended at any point I wasn't really obsessed with getting the Dumble sound, as I learned it was. We all now know. I was never really obsessed with getting it in a guitar pedal. However, over the years, through discussions with friends and other musicians, I've been sort of dragged into this. And in fact, a few years ago, my bandmate Gary Goodlow and I were pulled into this arena by Donna Rusk of Barefoot Effects, who asked us to do a Dumble shootout. First, he asked us to do a Klon shootout, which we did. I will link that below. We went through everything we could get our hands on. But then shortly thereafter, because some of the pedals Donner contributed from his own arsenal, got us on the Dumble thing, because some of the things he gave us were less Klon-like and more Dumble-like, and then we decided to do a Dumble comparison of everything we could get our hands on again of Dumble pedals. And I'll list that one below for you to take a look at. However, when we did that shootout, we didn't have every Dumble pedal on the market. The Klon one we really tried. The Dumble one, we did the best we could, but we got quite a few. We did not have the Ethos pedals by Custom Tones, and we didn't have a Tanabe TV Dumb Kudo. But we have recently acquired those pedals and tried them extensively. So here's what I'm trying to do to help everyone out. We've done all the work for you. We've spent all the money. We've tried every Dumble-ish D-style pedal there is on the market. And what we've come to the conclusion is there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of BS. My dear friend Henry Kaiser has owned 3 Dumbles. He still has at least 1 or maybe 2, but he's owned 3 Dumbles, and he bought them back before the hype, like, I don't know, 40 years ago. And so he knows what a Dumble sounds like, and he's kind of guided me throughout this process. So thanks to Henry for helping out and getting us zoned in. And this is the point where we're going to try to save you some money. So the cheapest options that you can do to get a Dumble-ish sound are the Barber Burn unit, the brown one with the orange on it. I'll put a picture up on the screen right now. That one is actually Henry's. That gets you damn close, and Henry is really fond of that pedal. Another one is the Tech 21 Blonde pedal, which you can find for like 125 bucks used. That's another Henry endorsed Dumble pedal. Now, and Henry has owned all of these. He's tried all of them. Okay, so here's where we get down to the bone and try to save you all chasing this mythical beast. You can check out the video that we did before, and I'm here to tell you what we've discovered. Okay, without further ado, there's 2 pedals that I feel get pretty close. None of them get you 100% in Dumble territory. That's right, I've tried them all. None of them get you 100%. I've even bought a Van Wielden Overdrive, Royal Overdrive. No, none of them get you 100%. The Van Wielden gives you a lot of options and a lot of colors with a lot of different amps. None of these sound 100% like a Dumble, but the 2 that sound the closest to me are The Custom Tones Ethos. Now that includes the full overdrive, which I'll put up on the screen here. This is Henry's that he lent to me. That gets damn close. What it doesn't do, well, let me talk about what it does do. The best clean tone, the best Dumble clean tone is the Custom Tones Ethos. That is the most beautiful, open, expressive, dynamic clean tone. The Ethos Overdrive is not quite as good. It's not as, it doesn't bloom as much as I would prefer and as many real Dumble owners would tell you. It doesn't have the same feel and attack and the sponginess. It's a damn good overdrive, the overdrive part of the Ethos, but the clean is exceptional. The only other thing it doesn't do, and Henry will confirm this, and anybody who really has played a Dumble, it doesn't have the openness at the top. I think that might be pretty impossible to get in a pedal. Okay, but that said, the Ethos clean, exceptional, and not to demean it in any way, because the overdrive part of the Ethos is highly usable. It's just not Dumble-esque. There's a few factors missing. Now, totally worth your money though. In fact, I went out and bought the Ethos Clean Fusion, the version 1, which is on your screen right now. That is my pedal that I bought. I freaking love it. I use it as the bass clean sound, and I also use the overdrive part of it. It's great, it's fine. Because I can do both, it's just the most practical if you only have one space on your board, which is all I have for my travel board right now, is one space for an overdrive. So I've got clean, I've got overdrive. I got the overdrive dialed in to where I like it. It may not be Dumbly, but I really like it and it works. Okay. The only pedal that Henry and I and everybody else who's tried one can fully agree 100% gives you the more organic, textured, blooming, spongy, but bitey, controlled, and open Dumble overdrive sound is my dear friend Tanabe-san. Tanabe-san makes, this is my twin custom. I also have a mini kudo, but since I got the twin custom, I'm not really using the mini. This thing is beautiful for every reason. It's not my favorite clean sound, so if you're going for the Dumble clean sound, like I said, the Ethos. However, these switches on the back, so the different colors are, the red is a Marshall-y sound. Got a little more bass in it too, by the way. The blue is the Zen Drive-y sound, which is, many people like the Zen Drive for a Dumble-ish sort of sound. But the green is the 70s Dumble sound. And that's a really important point I want to make that Henry pointed out. The kudo gets you that 70s Dumble sound. Why 70s? Well, in the 80s, the sound changed a little bit. It was a little more aggressive, a little more, in the upper mids, a little more open, maybe even a touch more compressed. This will get you the classic 70s Dumble overdrive sound. So there you have it. Watch the videos below. You can watch the Klon one if you want, but watch the Dumble one. Take my advice. Make your own decision. See what sounds best to you. But after all this that I never really wanted to get dragged in the first place, despite the fact that I love Lowell George and David Lindley and I love the sound of Dumbles, I have concluded that it's down to the Ethos by Custom Tones and the Tanabe dumb kudo. Whether you get a twin custom or just a dumb kudo on its own, I like that the twin custom gives you choices. I actually ended up with a cleaner Marshall sound on one channel, ended up being my favorite, and then the gainier side in the dumb kudo. And those are actually my settings. And those are my switches. So I hope that helps to get through all the BS, all the hype, all the nonsense, and all the untruths behind D-style pedals. Good hunting.